There are quite a few affordable wireless microphones on the market right now. They are all easy to use, but often have issues with the signal transmission or maybe even interference. And usually also the audio quality could be a little better, to say the least. Manufacturer Hollyland promises to fix those issues with the LARK MAX, which ironically is rather tiny, and it's supposed to have a signal of up to 250 meters, internal recording, uncompressed in waveform. It's supposed to be much better without any transmission or interference issues.
Just like the original LARK 150, the smaller flagship LARK MAX comes with a compact charging case that can power a transmitter for up to 22 hours and can also be used as a carrying case. The receiver has a color screen with adjustable brightness that displays all settings and can be controlled via a push dial and a touch button. Adjustments like the recording mode can be made in the menu, and to avoid an accidental change of settings, the power button on the left can be short-pressed to lock the dial and touch button. While the audio can be checked visually and through headphones, a smartphone can be used as an audio speaker via USB-C as long as this option is turned on in the receiver's menu.
The transmitter has a simplistic design with a omnidirectional microphone placed on its top. For outdoor recordings, especially in windier conditions, a dedicated dead cat can be placed on top of the microphone. Besides a typical clip to clip the microphone on your shirt, for example, it also has a pretty strong magnet. You can simply put the magnet below the shirt and then easily add the microphone onto it. Even though most people will most likely use the built-in microphone, there's also a 3.5mm microphone coming with it that you can directly connect to the transmitter, and you would use that one in cases where, for example, you want to hide the microphone so that it's not being seen at all. The battery of each transmitter device lasts between 6.5 and 7.5 hours.
The LARK MAX can record up to 14 hours onto the internal 8GB memory with a 48 kHz sampling rate and a 24-bit bit depth. There are no settings that can be adjusted for the internal recording, which also isn't necessary due to it being saved as an uncompressed waveform file. The WAV files can be transferred to a computer via the USB-C port at the bottom, which is also used to charge the device. The advantage of using this format is the possibility of adjusting the audio levels in post without needing to worry about clippings from loud volume or any kind of noise when increasing the audio levels. Even though I am not an audio engineer, I feel confident in saying that the overall audio quality of the internal recordings is impressive. The sound isn't muffled or too high-pitched, but sounds rich without having too much bass. The transmitter can be used as a standalone audio recorder too. Even with the dead cat attached, it's tiny, which makes it a good travel companion, or it can simply be hidden in plain sight.
In our tests, the transmitting device had a distance range of up to 220 meters outside and between 30 and 100 meters indoors, and that was always without any cutoff or interference of the audio signal. This clearly shows that the enhanced digital signal processing technology works very well. The Max does not only feature noise reduction, but also has a feature called Advanced Environmental Noise Cancellation. The noise cancellation hereby works very well, without sounding too much like if there was a filter added, which is often the case in affordable microphones.
Compared to the original LARK 150, manufacturer Hollyland has certainly improved the build quality of the units. The devices don't only look like premium products, but also feel that way. Instead of feeling plasticky, the texture on the front and back allows for a good grip.
Even though it's nearly impossible to test and compare all wireless microphones on the market right now, I can certainly say that this is one of the more refined systems. What I especially like, besides the good audio quality and the noise reduction, is the fact that pretty much all settings can be triggered and adjusted from the receiver, which means both microphones can start or stop recording internally, not just by pressing here, but this can also be done on the receiver as well as the activation of noise cancellation. Where this system truly shines is the overall reliable audio signal in most surroundings, but also the good audio quality both internally and externally. And something I usually wouldn't consider is use those transmitter mics as an audio recorder, for example for voiceovers or also interviews, but also using the recorder to pick up ambient sounds.